there are a number of controversies. The OCS Talam only becomes a person of interest because the person allegedly died in his custody. If there are two things police officers fear, is escape from custody, that a prisoner has escaped from your custody. Because the first thing people will think, he gave you money.
And you let
And many a times, what happens is they open an inquiry file and straight away you are interdicted. By the way, in the laws, in our standing orders, interdiction can be carried out immediately. Yeah. It is suspension that comes last when a decision has been made, awaiting to sack you. So, that escape from custody escape from custody and death in police custody are very serious offenses that no policeman wants to associate with.
But I don't follow.
Just a minute.
I don't follow because you say he died in custody.
Just listen to me.
That he refused custodial handling of his suspect.
Just listen to my statement. I cannot confirm, because I'm not the investigator, I cannot say he died in custody, because he could have died in hospital. But the question is, it was said, even the police said that he hanged himself. I think that is what was said, that he committed suicide, not hanging himself. He committed suicide by hitting his head on the wall. Yes, but what I'm saying is, despite all this, the next question would be, who drafted the signal, the situation report? Who drafted it? Because if you are brought to my custody as an OCS and the person was not well, and then I come to find the person has died, I will not draft a CITREP and say he has, because I will be implicating myself. Are you getting me? Yeah. I know very well this person came injured. And then now I'm writing a CITREP saying that he committed suicide. Ordinarily, this puts a question. This is one reason why maybe the DCI said the OCS is a person of interest if it is confirmed that he's the drafter of the situation report. Because if he's the drafter and he had earlier found out that the person was injured and he refused, then definitely he could not have drafted this. So the best thing that I can say is what the president said. Let's give it time, short time, and let's give investigators opportunity. IPOA is a civilian oversight over police, not only for mistakes that the police have made, but also for their welfare. You remember when we had the first chairman of IPOA, Machari Anjeru. He worked on issues of police welfare and made recommendations on how policemen were living, the bad conditions under which the police were living, the police houses, and made proposals that policemen in certain areas be allowed even to hire houses from outside. So IPOA is not only for investigating police officers who have made mistakes, but it is an oversight authority. And I can tell you, I've always told people this and they don't want to believe it, that in 2004, when we had Nyaseda and Kagunda, we came up with what we call, we had, how do you call it? We had...
internal?
No. We had done a projection for about 4 years on what we wanted done between 2004 and 2008. And some of our recommendations was to have a civilian oversight, because we realized that sometimes we investigate ourselves. And even when it is factual, that we have to exonerate people, say, how are you investigating yourselves? So what I can say is that IPOA is an important institution, and this is a challenge to them, that this is a very easy case, if you ask me. Within 2 days, 3 days, they should be able to tell Kenyans, this is how it happened, this is the person who, because if those officers are being implicated for nothing, if it is true the OCS is being implicated for nothing, or it is true the officers were in report office, they should talk and tell us this is what happened. But you cannot say they are not guilty or they were not involved, at the same time they are not talking.
Thank you.
So it is just important that IPOA does their work. It is important that Kenyans have their cool. Why are we saying so? Because sometimes when you have so many theories on an issue, you divert investigations, because investigations start from a particular point. It is a systematic examination on matters which are accurate, a chronology of events. He was arrested at this time, he was moved for these hours, he reached Nairobi at this time. And you know now technology is very good. If somebody moved to that cell at night and thought he would not be found because the CCTVs are not there, there are other technologies that should be able to tell us who was there, what was he doing. So I have the confidence, because you know IPOA also cannot work alone, my brother. Most of the facilities for investigations, especially on forensic, are with DCI. And even when IPOA makes recommendations and DPP authorizes, the person who will arrest these officers, charge them and take them to court is still police. So what I always tell people, my brother, is that we don't have 2 policemen in Kenya. We only have 2 police services in Kenya. We only have 1 national police service. And the best thing is to come up with moral standards. Many times, people start talking about police when things have happened. Very few Kenyans want to know how much do they earn, how are they trained, do they have enough money to train? Are you getting me?
Yes, thank you.
So
Thank you.
Me, I would say we only have 1 police service. We have to work with them. But when such a thing happens, let us get to know the truth, so that the majority of the policemen, because now all policemen are traumatized, because it is not just the few who could have committed the offense, but all of them, because people are saying, nyinyi polisi. Hata mimi kwangu naambiwa wewe polisi.
But